Hello.
Hi, Kyle.
Hey.
I'll be right back. I just gotta take care of something real quick.
We'll let you.
Hopefully Devil comes. He hasn't responded to me yet.
All right.
Alright. I will attempt to message Devil one more time, but we will be getting started here in a moment.
Alright.
So, where we had last left off, we had just gotten out of the dungeon. After nearly sinking into the quicksand mud. Goddamn Windows Defender.
Yeah.
No one asked it for an update on how I'm doing. I blame Kyle.
Mine doesn't do that. I wonder why yours does that.
I just wanted to show that you cared, or it cared.
It did. Unfortunately, we have to kill all caring.
I'm not sure how to feel about that. Given that, it's kind of, it's imperative for our job.
Hey, look who showed up finally.
Yay, it's Devil.
Hello, Satan. I missed you.
Yes, but your aim is every time.
Fucker.
Hello, Laura. How's it going?
It's good.
Sounds like you're feeling under the weather today, Devil.
Yeah, I had a pretty nasty encounter with tall grass yesterday. And not the fun kind of tall grass.
The beer?
Why is anyone gonna cut about like you got attacked by Pokemon?
Complete transaction fun.
Yeah, I got attacked by grass seeds, which I'm allergic to, so yeah.
That'll do it. Though if you had been attacked by Pokemon, that would have been a very interesting story.
Yeah, I was trying to peek at her, but she ended up peeking at you.
Oy.
And then there was the peeking duck.
But alright. Go ahead and join Roll20, my rowdy crew of heroes.
I'm already there.
We ain't no fucking heroes.
Nope, you heard it here, they're not heroes.
We're shitlords.
Probably the closest thing to heroes that they've got.
That's true. Mercenaries for hire.
No one's paid us for a job yet.
I'm the best anti-hero that is a mercenary for hire because I haven't been paid.
I don't think my character would accept money for doing good deeds.
We're the B team.
They couldn't send the A team.
Truth is,
Wait.
we couldn't afford the A-team.
Wait, isn't there someone that already calls themselves the B team? I feel like I've seen that somewhere.
In wrestling. The Raw attacked man called himself the B team.
Hmm.
But yeah, so Devil, to give you a full catch up, we're out of the dungeon now, got across the mud pit again, despite many, many situations where we ended up in the mud.
I'm not surprised. You guys did love it like that, mod.
It did wonders for my skin.
Laura especially, she just put herself into the wall once.
Remember when he teleported you? And
Hey, everybody believes that was Corvus.
You suck.
we blame Corvus for everything, really.
I'm like the fucking Illuminati. I'm everywhere. I'm responsible for everything.
Which is hilarious because I'm the freaking Nephilim.
God damn.
But indeed, we are on the map now.
Alright. Where exactly are we headed to next anyway? I can't remember if we mentioned or if we hadn't talked about that yet.
I believe we're heading back towards the tavern that we were trying to shimmy together.
I mean, basically back to our home.
Home base, yes.
HQ.
Certainly not our IQ. We'd never find that.
We don't
Well,
talk
maybe
about
not you
that.
guys.
Oh, right.
We're all special in our own ways. Fuck. I'm looking forward to a hold my beer moment sometime today.
I'm pretty sure our games are just a string of hold my beer moments with a little bit of, sense thrown in between to, freshen things up.
We've
yeah.
had sense in our games? Wow. All the crazy shit we've had happen in our games.
My character makes sense if you look at him through a kaleidoscope.
Well, on PCP.
Same thing.
Oh, God, sure. Okay. Well, so we're standing at the foot of the mud pit.
Yep.
Alright, well,
Cappy just jumped off your head and whatnot, and
Can I sling mud at Emerald?
And I
mean,
feel
it's
the
gonna
need
be
to
an
apologize
agility
for
roll,
that,
but
too.
yes.
And I would feel the need to apologize for that afterward. That was very inconsiderate of me.
And roleplay apologizing.
I got a roll to apologize?
yeah!
Roleplay.
Oh, I thought you
the
meant,
whole point of the game.
I thought I had said that in character, but if you didn't think I said it in character, alright then. After we get out and look over at your Corvus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make that right character. I feel I should apologize for stepping on your head to get over the quicksand. That was very inconsiderate of me.
Corvus just kind of shoots back a quick look at him. It's just like, he's silent. He just raises his hands and just like starts shaking like, what the fuck do you expect me to say in response to that?
Yeah, the Zach will kind of look at the priest and be like, you know that guy's been shot before and he didn't even care.
I look over my shoulder. It's like, fuck you.
I know much has happened to him, but I still felt I had to apologize. I should not have done that. It was
Yeah,
that's a
As,
priestly
as
thing
as
to
he
do.
says that, Talawa picks up a large clump of mud and attempts to throw it at Everald. Everald moves, tripping over a branch and falling over here, but the mud hits Corvus in the back of the head as he goes to yell at Zach.
Oh shit!
Fucking magnet.
Zach will just say, see?
Corvus just starts walking towards like what he believes to be the exit. Fucking goddamn! What the hell have I got myself into?
Nick just kind of blinks a couple seconds, like, did that really just happen?
Talawa doubles over laughing.
Everald still got the hunk of iron that we picked up, right?
What was the question?
You still got the hunk of iron we got, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It goes plopping down to the ground as I fall over.
I'd go over to help Everald up. You need to watch your friend a little better, my friend. Not the kind of place you want to fall on your face.
It's fine.
He just couldn't bear to get his precious outfit all dirty.
Oh, I thought he did that on purpose just so that... oh, okay.
Have
I
you
can sit here
tried
and eat.
washing your clothes in these swamps?
Swim deep enough and all of it comes off eventually.
And,
Corvus is
Well-
perturbed.
yes, it's just look, as touching as a moment as this may be, let's get the hell out of here. I have some ideas for some things, and I'd like to take care of your little hobby so we can get a little closer to the whole reason we're out here.
What hobby is that?
Your whole tavern thing.
That's more than a hobby. It's our mean for funds, basically. And to get people somewhere to stay when they're in the area.
Not just people, us. I mean, I
Well,
can't believe that you wouldn't see the benefit here to us and having a place where we can always go back to that costs us nothing.
Well, I meant
Well-
besides us.
I know you did, but I'm concerned about us. You can worry about all the other people. I'm concerned about us.
Well, as am I, but I figure it would be redundant to say us being that the bar is at our home. I figured it wouldn't make sense to say us along with everybody else that can come and stay there. Since it's our home, as I said.
Alright, priest. Jalala is gonna, like, run off ahead, like, kind of playfully, like, goofing around, you know, running around, you know, grabbing branches and, you know, little things like that.
Everald will follow in the direction Corvus is going.
I would follow as well.
I'll follow as well, considering if another mudslinging at Corvus would help any.
Corvus sighs audibly louder than usual.
If there was any mudsling, I'd probably duck, dodge, and probably laugh a little bit.
Anyway, do you need help with moving this at all? Corvus gestures over the iron statue.
Well, I mean, levitating it forever probably isn't an option.
Yeah. Um, Corvus like scratches like the side of his face for a second. Put it down. Let me try something.
Very well, try something.
Okay. Holy hells! What do I need for this again? Whoa, where is it? Damn it! Ah, there it is. I have too many abilities. All right, I'm going to try to absorb this thing into me somehow.
So you just see Corvus jump up on top of the statue and just start spreading his cheeks.
Fuck you! No.
I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna turn to the priest and be like, he's taking your job.
Fuck you! No, I don't do that.
I realize you don't do that. Tell us about absorbing this heavy-ass statue into your body.
I'm just going to like put my hand on the top of it, and then it's going to. I'm just going to press down slowly, and the very top of it is just going to start kind of like being absorbed up into my body, and you're going to notice that I'm starting to sink into the mud quite a bit as I'm doing this because the weight's just transferring over into me.
Well, this is going to be interesting to watch.
Oh my. It looks like you put on a little weight there.
My body's composed of a large part of iron right now. I didn't.
So the funny thing is, you have an iron knee.
An iron knee. Oh, god damn you!
Don't take any arrows to it.
Indeed.
Alright. So, Corvus starts trudging forward.
Alright. Due to the weight of this statue, you're moving at about half speed.
Okay, and now I'm going to try to cast Flight on myself. Just
Oh,
a
this
little
should be good.
Well, this
Yep. Gotta.
he hovers above the ground now.
Alright,
Nice.
we're good. Let's do this. Fucking magnets, how do they work?
I imagine magnets probably won't do you any favors. So let's get where we're going as soon as possible, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Corvus just.
Does anyone think they remember the way back?
Oh, shit. And what? I should be able to pull up the map, right?
Pull up the map.
I feel like it's southwest, but I don't really know.
Fuck. Alright, well, Corvus pulls out the map, and can he figure out where our location is relative to the tavern?
Give me a learning.
Alright, I got this.
You can do it.
Yes,
Nice.
he is. So tell us about it.
Alright. I'm so glad I took geography. Corvus looks down at the map, And he made sure to put an X on the location that we've put residents at. So takes a look up at the sky, see if there's any like. Is it night right now?
We will say yes, it is nighttime.
All right. And he takes a note of any of the constellations that are up in the sky to kind of get his bearings. All right. He's whispering to himself. Okay, so this is north, and we have to head southwest by. All right. Yeah. Okay. I know where to go. Let's keep going. He starts trudging off in the direction.
All right.
All right.
Highs or lows, party?
Highs.
Always high.
All right.
There's something chilling up here, ain't there?
Indeed. So, as you guys come through over to here, you start hearing a strange sound.
I grab my sword. I don't draw it out quite yet, but I grab the hilt and get ready to.
Corvus backs away from the lake.
Lava cocks her head and kind of like looks up in the air, like trying to figure out what she's hearing.
Talawa, as
Well,
you try to figure it out, make a learning. What were you saying, Devil?
What are we stopping for? Someone going skinny dipping?
You have no idea, Talawa. You may have heard about something like this before, but you don't remember it at all. The sound gets
Can I do a
louder.
learning check? Oh, sorry. Can I do a learning check so I can figure out what it is?
No.
Wouldn't help anyway.
Because I'm trying to stop encouraging multiple rolls of things because it defeats the system
Okay.
of Open Legend.
Oh, alright.
Speaking of which, I will also no longer be calling for perception checks. So if you want to see something, you better tell me you're trying to see something.
Oh, hey, I'm
I'm
gonna
trying to see
probably
the.
not look for anything because I have a shitty perception.
Our resident aqua girl needs to start looking for things for us.
But anyways, to finish up Talawa's learning roll, at that point it starts to form though, as you're hearing the sound get closer and closer. At that moment, Talawa remembers something.
It's the healing power, Saint.
Wait. I do know this. Fuck. We gotta run, guys. Death Incarnate is coming for us. Like, the thing that the monsters and the uglies in the swamps are afraid of, that's what's coming for us. We gotta go.
My mother?
I mean, I don't know your past, maybe, but either way, I don't plan to stand around and find out.
Yeah, you don't want to stand around to find out if it's her. Just gonna start going.
Yep, Everald starts moving.
Corvus is just flying behind.
What are you doing, Cappy?
The minute she says run and explains it, I'm fucking running.
Alright. So we start running to escape it. This ends up throwing us off course, though, and we get lost.
Feck.
Alright. Is anyone trying to figure out somewhere we can go?
Sure.
I will try again, or unless Cappy wants to try.
Yeah, I'll look around and give a roll for it.
All right, perception it up.
We gonna die. We gonna die.
I think you can do any better?
All right.
I kind of want to just roll to see if I could.
No.
Just disregard this roll. Yeah, a little bit better. But okay, let's keep going.
Not that great. Shut up. Let's go.
I know. Chill out, bruh.
I think she just wants to get home.
We have found a village.
Yeah, it looks that way.
So, Cappy does not realize where he's going and starts walking us towards an area.
Hey, it looks like something up ahead. Oh wait, did I actually notice that? I'm sorry. Is this like within plain sight, or is this like a thing we would have to look for to notice?
Well, first I gotta finish, because Cappy didn't exactly succeed, guys.
Okay, sorry. Getting ahead of myself.
So, you come wandering into this area, and Cappy, not really sure where he's going or anything, wanders right into the swamp.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm gonna just watch that and says, God is calling him. I think God lost his keys in there.
So, Cappy, as you walk into the swamp, I need you to roll for me your toughness.
Maybe it's like their baptism thing that I've heard about. I heard they do something in the water for that.
Sorry, I meant fortitude, Cappy. Roll your fortitude.
Alright.
Cappy, the radiation gets to you. You are currently at fatigued 3.
Shit. I need to get out of the swamp.
Do you get yourself out?
Yeah. Oh my god, real quick. Oh, yeah.
Are you alright, priestman? Was that like a religious thing?
No, more like a lost.
And he has been baptized, putting himself into the radioactive waters to... Wait.
There, fatigue level on the sheet, or do I need to check it on my sheet somewhere?
I'm not sure if it's on the sheet, but I know fatigued is a thing.
That's right. Being said fatigued, I figured it was. I just don't see it.
Corvus looks down for a second and starts typing. Me and you might have to have a chat because you might have testicular cancer if you don't get that checked.
I'll get myself checked as soon as I can. The fact you even mentioned testicular cancer is just disturbing.
You walked waist deep into radioactive swamp.
I was lost. Give me a break.
And now you're found. Now come on, let's keep going.
I
That
rejoin
was
the
a
group
good
and
one.
keep going.
I'm gonna refrain from shooting you next time.
Bastard.
Damn.
Fuck. So after Cappy took his radiation bath, what's going on?
Well, you guys notice the town up ahead.
Do we notice any life signs?
You do. I don't have any good tokens for them yet, but you do.
Okay. Should they appear to be zombies?
Well, make a perception if you want to know something like that.
No!
I'm gonna start fucking shooting.
Why do you have to notice things, Kyle?
I know! Why?
No, but they're definitely mutants.
Huh. Corvus starts walking towards the town. Happy he didn't mistake the misfigured faces for, rotting flesh.
Are you gonna share with the class?
Do we see any of them coming up to approach us? Or are they just going about their business?
Well, people do start approaching as we start approaching.
Corvus raises his hand. Hail! We seem to be a bit lost, friend.
Indeed, since we took a wrong turn on the way home.
We're hoping you might be able to help us.
You look like normies to me.
Really? I mean, I wouldn't say that we look like normies. I mean, we got a priest, a guy in a black suit. Those two just points to everyone.
Well, remember,
Wow.
Talala is typically fairly covered up, so I'm gonna say that she, lowers her hood and, kind of clears her face some to see if that helps with the situation, maybe.
Normies and a merfolk, nonetheless not mutants.
But not enemies, either.
That's yet to be proven.
But we come here with no ill will.
Indeed.
Heard it before.
I
That's
don't
what
think
they
I've
said
ever.
when they took my wife.
Who
I don't
took your
think,
wife?
I don't think I've ever actually been accused of being normal before. So no, I'm gonna let that one sink in.
Zach, hush a moment. Who took your wife, sir?
Why should I tell you, Normie?
Maybe we can help you.
I was just gonna say that. Thank you, Talawa. I give her a nod.
I will take you to the council.
She pats her shoulder.
Please tell me it's the Council of Non-Normies.
Oh, God.
I swear to God, Zach's gonna get us in trouble yet.
I'm gonna start speaking in dead memes. Calling it right now. I will be their interpreter.
Well, we're really fucked then, ain't we?
Yeah, this house is gonna be fucked if it ever rains, at all significantly.
Yeah, no kidding. Who built that thing? I mean, in a ditch like that. Come on now.
Don't speak of our crazy like that. It's a hard job being the town crazy person.
I imagine it is. You have my apologies.
Especially if it turns out you're the only sane one.
I look over at Zach. Stop projecting.
Wait, does
Just
that mean I'm the only sane one? I feel very sorry for this group.
I'm saying too. I'm not trying to encourage Zach anymore, and I have to.
More like you believe you're the sane one.
To be fair, there's a lot going for that argument.
Yeah, at least, yeah. Fair.
Yeah, no, he's really not wrong.
So are we just walking in silence behind this guy?
No, we were just talking to each other.
Yeah, we just
Okay,
offended
good.
him for the first time.
And a little amazed that comment came out.
I'm just surprised he's not commenting, that's all.
So you step on the ground here, it squishes under your feet,
Alright.
Well, I was gonna bounce on it.
and water starts seeping through. It's clear that the swamp could come through at any time during a bad rain.
Place could use some fortifications against rain, it would seem.
I think a new location might end up being necessary at some point.
They could just build on stilts.
The stilts would eventually fail anyway, because I don't think currently only can be built from only stilts can be built out of probably wood, and that will rot over time.
Wait here and I will get the council.
Thank you, sir.
I give a nod.
So he goes off to gather council members.
So would this be a good time to say I'm going to take a look around?
Perception it up.
I wonder if anyone other than his wife has been taken.
Honestly,
Been taken advantage of plenty of times. What a shame.
I look over at Wildon. This is like, well, given the proximity of the cultist hole that we just cleared out, it might very well be. We might have very well just done the job.
Maybe, although it could end up being useful for them if we're able to connect them with, our cozy little home out there. I mean, not being quite so isolated and having a reliable place to go for, trade might be, what they need to turn things around here.
Yes, but they are mutants. Most people will not trade with mutants, given the influence of the church.
Not all of the church believes these people to be evil. I don't. They don't seem evil to me.
And that's exactly it. And we're talking about, the bar and the shop and everything that we're setting up in our home. Who's to tell us who, can or can't come into our home except us? If we say that they're welcome there, who's to argue with that?
Indeed. I will warn you, there is a sect that, unlike those I am with, do not travel and believe everything not them is evil. So if we encounter priests that start spouting off, accusing everything of being evil and attacking off the cuff, that is probably that sect.
Isn't that like what most of the church believes?
Most, but there is a sect that we call exorcists that our group travels around, and we know not everything is evil. We have gained experience and knowledge that tells us this. The others do not travel around, and they don't have the knowledge that we have. And they don't listen, and I highly doubt they would listen even if we attempted to give them that knowledge.
So you're a rebel priest.
You could say that, yes.
Corvus just crosses his arms.
You start throwing up, Cappy.
Son of a... Oh, what the hell?
I told you you're starting to develop symptoms. You probably have testicle cancer, and who else knows what.
What is
Or
it with
you might be
testicles? I look over at Talal, then I look over at Corvus. What is it you in testicles? You got a thing for him or something? I mean, not that that's a bad thing, just you sure talk about him a lot. Sorry about that.
Corvus just chuckles. It's like, okay, that's the thing we're gonna focus on. Not the fact that. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Delilah was laughing her ass off.
When we get the chance, we'll do a proper medical examination. That, or you might want to try to heal yourself by praying to whatever you pray to.
Yes, I think I will try to heal myself. Oh, I feel terrible.
Corvus, do you think you could do something to help him? I've seen you sometimes administer things that have helped us feel better before. I'm not sure that we want him in this state when we're about to go in front of the council.
Oh, Devil. 1 second, guys. Devil, one more thing. You also noticed the best hospital you've seen in some time here. Go ahead, guys. I needed to add that because it's pertinent to Cappy's problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of figured when you said something about the hospital.
I could give him an examination. I have his vitals on hand. I'm not sure what I'd be able to do without a proper facility to examine him, though.
You mean like that big shiny hospital right over there? Or did I need to roll first?
You need to roll for that. Devil rolled a perception to see that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm bent over, hands on my knees, just waiting for the next wave of puke to hit.
Does he notice any lumps?
No, he doesn't notice any lumps yet.
Oh, okay.
Kyle, we really are really worried about his balls.
Yeah, I've already noticed this.
You guys suck. Alright.
You just need to see them once and then they'll be out of your system. You'll be alright.
Totally.
Alright, Cabby, you heard what you need to do.
No. I think we catch all of it, but I got a feeling I know what he was talking about. No.
I already got the gloves on, man. Come on, let's just do this.
Wait, were you gonna stick a finger at my butt or something?
We'll see where the night takes him.
This one can require a rectal examination.
Since Kyle was your doctor.
Oh,
Exactly.
I think I need a second opinion.
You're not getting one, boy. The fucking staff of the rubber on his gloves.
That's not making it to the bunghole. I'm sorry, dude. Nah, ain't happening.
Fuck. Alright. So what's going on now? Jokes aside.
Well, you guys are still waiting for him to gather the council. Devil
Just
started wandering around the town during this time.
Who's Devil came back, or do we notice him gone?
Logic me.
I'm thinking I should probably. I'm assuming we were told about the hospital that we found or discovered here.
We weren't told.
Yeah, we haven't been told yet.
Okay. So I wasn't sure if Devil discovered. One of us wanted to make sure before I said anything.
Alright, so you logicked me. You do notice that Devil is not with you.
Kind of start looking around, trying to figure out if he's behind anyone. We seem to be missing one of our group.
Oh, great. I get sick and he vanishes. Ugh, just shake my head. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry.
Corpus backs away as the vomit gets close to his shoe.
How do you even have this much in you, man?
I don't know. I'm wondering that myself.
Anyway, I'm sure he just wandered off or something. We didn't hear anything, to catch our notice or alarm us. So hopefully he'll come back in a moment. This place can't be that big.
Devil, what are you doing as you're wandering around?
Snake. Snake. Snake! I think we lost him.
Did we lose Devil?
That or he's having mic problems.
Still lists as being in chat, so it could be mic problems. Bye.
Devil, if you're trying to talk, you're muted.
Well then.
I'm gonna go with a tree and kind of lean against the tree. Can't help get myself up.
Sorry about that. I'm back. I had to run AFK really quick.
All right.
I was asking what you were doing.
Oh, just trying to look into the pond. Trying to.
It looks particularly radioactive.
I feel it in my bones.
You do.
Enough to make my system glow.
Oh, God.
Welcome to the stage.
Copyright strikes for days. So are you doing anything else, Devil? Are you just looking at the pond and you looked at the hospital?
Yeah, I'm wondering if I can spend a minute to transmutate the radioactive pond into non-radioactive pond.
I'm guessing this is like a holy pond or something. We're gonna get ourselves killed for trying to help them.
Just, I don't know about getting us killed or trying to help them. I'm just curious if I can.
God.
You feel as though it would probably be too much.
Okay.
So, 5 mutants finally come walking up. One dwarf with a giant tentacle arm.
I look over as best I can at him.
A human woman that her eyes blink it. Instead of being the normal ways eyes are, they come from the side when they blink. A human man with one leg that looks like an elephant's and the other leg that looks like a giraffe's. An elven woman with an incredibly long mouth and jaw that opens long enough that she could swallow Corvus in a bite.
My grandma, what big eyes you have.
Damn.
And a halfling that all of her fingers are sausages.
God damn it, I knew you were gonna fucking say that.
Wow.
I bow politely.
Nick would try to bow, using the tree to try to keep himself upright without falling on his face.
Corvus pronounces his chest and puts his hands behind his back.
Joseph speaks up. What are you normies doing here? Are you here to take more of us? Kill more of us?
No, that's not why we're here.
In fact, we've been trying to clear out groups of people in the area who have been doing things like that to their neighbors.
Really, and what people have you been clearing out?
Corvus pulls out one of the cultist daggers that he took and he throws it into the ground.
Those are just the cultists. We care nothing about what they've done so far. They have not bothered us.
Little did he know he just stabbed Todd, the chief elder.
He was underneath the swamp the whole time.
He
waiting
is
for
the
some-
swamp!
Oh, God. Okay. It strikes me as rather odd considering there's just a collection of you here. I don't see why they would turn down the potential resources.
They probably just don't want anything to do with mutants. But at least they're not cruel enough to take and kill us.
Then what do you know of the people that are taking the people?
You can roll a persuasion if you want that information, Laura. Alright, he looks over at... Actually, no, the elf looks over at you. My people once enjoyed great peace with yours.
Indeed.
And when this happened to me, both my people and yours cast me away.
I am somewhat of an exile from my people. Not as traumatic as your separation, but I disagreed with the treatment that I saw within my family to people unlike themselves. And I didn't agree with it. I hope someday our people can get past these kinds of differences.
Very well. What
Yeah.
we do know is that they like to call themselves mutant hunters. Not a really creative name, if you ask me. They've come to our village over many weeks, killed most of the adults, taken children.
Taking children. Oh, horrible.
Your friend looks very sick.
I'd like to teleport over by Cappy and be like, boo.
Roll it.
I don't have to.
Yeah, I'm indeed very sick. Got lost and ended up in your swamp. Not the most pleasant experience.
But we're hoping that, maybe you could help us, we could help you in some way. It certainly sounds like these hunters need to be taken care of. I mean, you are people too. There's no reason that you deserve to go through something like this.
Corvus kind of looks down at the group of mutants. Did they do this for research, or was this simply for sport?
Well, they're hunters of mutants. I mean, what do you think?
Well, I mean, you could conduct an autopsy to see how things tick, but I mean, I can't really see the reason as to why you would just simply kill something without trying to gather information.
It doesn't matter what reason they're taking these people and killing them for. No matter what, it's wrong.
Agreed. It's very wrong.
Hmm.
She's gonna turn back to the elf. Do you know where they come from? Are they nearby?
I'm afraid we do not, but I'm sure if you're as resourceful as you're trying to make yourselves sound, that you could track them.
Cappy. Zach suddenly appears right next to you and whispers boo in your ear.
Well, probably a bad thing to do. Actually, just got puked on. Startling a sick person, not a good idea. I jump, look over, and before I can say anything,
One
Duke
second.
comes out.
Devil, roll your presence.
Nice.
So, Devil pops out and says boo to you, trying to get a reaction. But he doesn't end up getting the reaction because you were scared or anything like that. He miscalculates his teleport and actually bumps right into you.
Oh shit. Probably as weak as I am, I'm probably just gonna fall flat on my face.
So Cappy is upon the ground.
And I'm just kind of laying there. Thanks for nothing.
You're quite welcome. It looked like you needed a rest.
I looked down at Rildon. It's just like, and I look back at the group of minions. As you astutely observed, one of our own is gravely ill. Do you have a facility we could potentially use?
We do. We have a very well-funded hospital due to the high amounts of radiation here.
Well funded. From where?
Feel free to bring your friend to go get checked out.
Okay. Corvus floats over Rildon, and he tries to pick him up.
I try to get up myself as he's trying to pick me up.
Okay, come on. I turn back to the group of mutants. Where's this facility at?
They point out the location to you.
Thank you. Okay. I start floating with him up, like kind of hanging off my shoulder a little bit.
I block them the best I can. Kind of moan a little bit and I think at the moment I'm probably puked out, but might be a few dry heaves in my future.
Yeah.
Alright, so you bring him to the hospital. So, Corvus, the only hospital you've seen this advanced is it directly in the middle of New Babel.
The fuck?
Mind you, the building itself doesn't look very advanced or anything like that, but as you get in there, the equipment is top-notch.
I am extremely skeptical right now. There's no way that they would just have access to this out of the blue. This mentioned. I just said they're extremely. I'm extremely skeptical of this. There's no way they would have these resources out of the blue. And I asked them about it. They avoided the question.
So, is the council still there with the rest of people, or?
Well, I mean, they start moving around the town, but they're around.
Okay.
I'd ignore it, kept this says when I'd walk in and flop on the nearest bed.
So yeah, did anyone ask about whether they used like Miracle Grow on the radiation in their water?
Oh God.
They did not.
Corvus is going to take a moment to examine like the hospital area.
All right. So, Cappy, as you plop down on a bed, a mutant doctor comes out to see you. His eyes, he's a human, but his eyes stick out like a slug's eyes. And they start
Okie
moving
dokie.
around, looking you over and whatnot.
Hey, Doc. How's it going?
You're suffering from radiation poisoning.
Kinda had a feeling.
Well,
Taking a dip in the radiation swamp, not a good idea.
you're lucky you've come to my hospital then. If there's anything I know how to treat, it's radiation. And with that,
Excellent.
Cappy, he grabs your head and turns it to the side and then jabs a needle into your neck, injecting you with something.
Alright.
Do I see this happen?
Make a perception.
Kind of look caught off guard, but I try to relax as best I can.
You do see this happening. Alright, Cappy, he injects you with it. Go ahead.
What was that you injecting me with?
It's fine. It's just a little drug that I came up with. Cappy, you no longer have those 3 levels of fatigued after about 5 minutes.
Okay.
I start taking deep breaths, trying to relax myself.
Corvus, I will point out to you that New Babel does not have a cure for radiation poisoning.
Huh. Okay. I look at the doctor and I walk up next to him. My fine sir, you have a glorious facility here. I haven't seen anything like this outside of, well, I'll be honest, outside of New Babel. How did you come across this, and how do you have a cure for radiation sickness?
Funny thing about that. The greatest of my granddads that can be recalled built a bomb shelter around here. Horrible idea, really, since this is where one of the first bombs hit. Directly here.
It's an odd location to drop a bomb.
Maybe it was off course, who knows? Nonetheless, my greatest of grandfathers survived, and he happened to be a medical doctor. And he kept passing it on through the family, and whatever we had, we kept scavenging for. Until we achieved this.
It's most impressive.
You have to go over several miles to find medical equipment of this level, and it's in such low condition given that it's been scavenged.
Well, you can thank the various mechanics around here and such for that.
Perhaps I shall.
A question. Would you be... I think you could do a lot of good if maybe you could share a little bit about how you've concocted this. I would love to be able to reproduce this in some way.
Make good on your word to the council and I'll consider it.
Corvus almost like spins around and like puts his hands out. It's like, ah, yes, thank you. He takes the mutant by his hand and starts shaking it like violently.
Alright, you shake him a little bit as you're violently shaking.
Yes. The moment I heard the man's wife was kidnapped, I wanted to help. When I heard children had been taken as well, I dearly wished to help rescue all those affected. and I appreciate you making me well so that I can help out.
So,
I imagine I probably cut a lot of leather for a few hours to make sure everything clears up.
yeah, they monitor you. Is anyone
That's what I thought.
exploring the town at all?
Oh, you know it. I mean, just kind of poking around, sticking my nose into things, turning over trash cans.
I'd probably talk to like the doctor or nurses on and off as they pass by to check on me. Maybe learn more about the town, maybe get an idea of where they were taken if they know. Just kind of learn what I can.
Okay. Does anyone bother to go to the tavern?
Yeah.
All right, Devil. The only other well-constructed building here is the tavern.
And quality of the merchandise?
Ah, well. Do you let them know that you're an Umbra stalker?
Yeah. Yeah. I hunt monsters. That's what I do.
Ah, then you'll want access to the basement. They open up a hatch for you.
I'll go down the hatch.
So they start to stab the shit out of you.
Be honest,
Yeah.
that was not the response I was expecting them to get.
Hey, what, you think the guy who walks into a town of mutants and says, "Yeah, I kill monsters," is gonna be stabbed?
I consider everybody considering other people consider a monster. That was the first thing that crossed my mind. It's like, oh god, Jack Jackson is a monster too. Kill him!
I should point out that Zach has never looked at them like they were anything other than human. It's
Okay, yeah, then that would explain why they reacted the way they did. That makes sense.
I will point out that to Zach, all of you bitches are inferior.
God damn.
You're a freaking, well, I would say Nephilim, but that's half human, half angel. I'm not sure what the hell you are.
Nephilim can be half celestial, so half angel, half devil, half human, half angel, half human, half devil. The whole thing encompasses Nephilim.
Ah.
I'm just the most rare of the breed.
Well, while you're showing off your pedigree, how about you have play at the scene?
Mm-hmm. So I go down the hatch.
I'll be right back while they're doing that. I'll do check something.
As you go down the hatch, you enter an area of Umbra hunter shop or Umbra stalker shop.
Ooh.
I realize I need to stock weapons and stuff, so at some point I will also probably be wandering along to shops.
I am going to peruse these shops because there are things I want.
All right. So you start perusing, and about 10 minutes later, Talawa shows up.
He went down to the basement though, so I wouldn't see him at the shop, I'm guessing.
Well, the shop is in the basement.
Oh, I see.
Also, I walked in and was like, yeah, I'm an Umbra stalker, so.
I thought there was like 2 levels to the shop, like some was just like basic household stuff, that's why I was a little confused.
Well, you have the tavern, and then you have the shops for the Umbra stalkers underneath.
Right, I get it now.
Which, by the way, is standard tavern setup for most taverns in this world. But yeah. There's weapon shops down there, armor shops down there, potions.
Ooh, look at the shinies.
Are there any wealth level 3 weapons and armor? Like, is magical weapons or anything?
You're not gonna find any magical weapons in a store, unfortunately.
Sad. Well, I'll pick up a second bastard sword just because.
Okay. And you have money.
Ah,
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
all
do.
do. She was asking.
no.
Yeah, we all have money. It's your wealth level, dear.
Oh, right. I was like looking for, like gold or coin or whatever listed on my sheet. I forgot they do the wealth levels.
Is it possible to find elven plate mail?
I'm back.
Well, something like that definitely possible, Devil. The mutants are not gonna have it.
Okay.
I'd like to look around for some crossbow bolts. And if they have a selection of crossbows, I wouldn't mind checking that out either.
Well, those things are definitely there. But Devil, if you are looking for something interesting, you can go ahead and roll a perception for me.
Okay. Let's get ready to fail!
I'd
And
ask it, Doc. Go
This
ahead.
will be one of the few times I will allow someone else who is there to roll a perception as well, since you both are perusing shops.
Well, they're doing that, and I'm obviously still probably being tended by the doctor. I'd ask him if they have a church or place they go to pray.
All right. So they do not have a church here, Cappy.
Do I have an advantage for being attractive? Do people want to sell me their cool stuff?
Well, people do want to sell you their cool stuff, but I do have something for your roll.
Okay.
So, Devil, you're perusing bastard swords, trying to see if anything stands out to you.
Alright.
And then there's just one that you find in the middle of all the various bastard swords there. Doesn't look like anyone's really touched it. It's a little rusty, but it's really calling to you. You really want this bastard sword.
You bastard. Sword. It's calling to me. Why not? What's the worst that can happen?
Could be cursed.
Alright, do you go and buy it, Devil?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and buy it.
Alright then. It's only a wealth level 1 bastard sword as far as the shopkeep is concerned.
Okay. Just gotta take a look at this bastard sword and be like, this is an interesting bastard sword. It's
Indeed.
level 1. I can afford that really easily. Like, that's laughable.
Alright. So you buy the bastard sword.
Yep. I'll even give it a few test swings if there's a place to practice.
There is.
Lovely.
Alright. So, you go off to swing, and I will tell you about it in a second.
Alright.
Talawa, as you're perusing bolts and whatnot, you notice that they have some hand crossbows with scopes on them. Might make it easier to aim if you needed to. They have some bolts that seem to have like explosive material tied to them.
Does that stuff seem to be in my price range?
It does. There is also, they have like poisoning kits for bolts and whatnot.
I like that. I'm gonna grab a handful of the explosive bolts and then a double handful of the poison kits and some regular bolts and probably grab a hand crossbow too. I'm not gonna completely deplete all my resources for a really long time.
Alright. All of that's going to cost you a wealth level 3. While she's looking to see if she can afford this, Devil, you go out to some training dummies and swing. So, Devil, before you take your first swing, though, I need you to give me a highs or lows.
I will go highs.
Alright,
kinda
Devil, you have advantage 5 on this swing.
Nice.
Oh crap!
Since the doctor said there's no church here, I've been debating whether I want to try and build another church, since I still got to build the other church in other towns still.
You're also trying to build a bar, and you're an adventurer, so don't spread yourself too thin there, boy.
Yes, I know. Well, maybe I don't need to build a church. Maybe just set up a small
Wow.
area for praying.
Advantage 5? That sucked!
But you're not really feeling into it, Devil, as you go to take the swing.
Just gonna be lazily taking another swing there.
Indeed. Do you decide to try again?
Yep.
Highs or lows?
Lows.
You have disadvantage 5 on this swing.
No laugh, this one's like fucking like crits for days.
Be right back.
Just having trouble feeling it, Devil.
I know, just... I like
Third
the sword.
time's the charm, man.
Yeah, third time's a charm. Let's go for third time's a charm.
Highs or lows?
Lows.
Disadvantage 5.
This sword sucks.
You feel a little more up to doing it now. You actually, hit the dummy this time.
I'm gonna switch over to my other sword and just try that to see if I can hit this dummy.
Alright, roll it.
Just
Man, you're just not feeling fighting today.
I mean, let's be fair. I just exhausted myself on fighting the other day.
It's
So.
true.
My sword's too big.
Also, Devil, I want you to name that broadsword you picked up Coin Spinner.
Alright.
So, Laura, the shop keeps looking at you as you lay all this stuff down.
Any deals for buying in bulk?
Persuasion.
Looks like I'm about to go get some pizza, so I'll be right back shortly.
Alright.
I'm afraid I have to charge full price.
Okay, Mickey Mouse.
I was just thinking that.
Ho ho!
Oh boy!
Oh fuck!
Devil.
Holy shit!
We're gonna have to to charge you full price.
Oh, birthday gifts. Oh, fuck.
Alright. How about this? How about a free gift? Because I'm buying all this. Something cheap, but something cool.
Persuasion with a disadvantage too.
Slightly better.
Here, I'll give you this! He puts a turnip on top of your order.
Hey, you know what? Gotta eat healthy. I appreciate it, man. And she'll count out, however much he's asking for and hand it over.
He asks you for 100,000 coin.
This is a magic turnip.
Yes. The magic. But yes, you have it on you. I'm trying to equate it to your wealth level, because he wouldn't say it's a wealth level 3.
Oh, no, I know. It just sounds like a lot. That's why I was, concerned. But, okay, then, yeah, I'll count it out and hand it over. Hopefully I've got some coins that represent a lot more than just one coin.
Nope, they're all ones. You just gotta count it all out.
I'm in the
Think
equivalent of a sack full of pennies.
Think about it. We've only gone to strip clubs and taverns. Those $1 coins are what we've got.
Make it hell.
He's not lying.
Man, you would really have to hope as a stripper that they weren't throwing the money at you because that fucking hurts. End of the night, you'd be covered in bruises.
Actually, that was a traditional thing that happened to exotic dancers when they were on stage, and it was actual metal coinage. It actually happened.
I can definitely see
That's horrible.
I'm more concerned about how they use the coin purse.
It was a bludgel.
Oh god.
I
Anyway.
really want to make a strip club in this world now called the Spotted Leopard.
Oh, why? Let's go. Okay. So who else is doing loot?
Well, what are you doing?
I'm still kind of taking a look around the lab that they got there, the medical lab, and I'm kind of trying to chat with the doctor. So you've been here all your life, correct?
That I have.
With this level of medical know-how, why haven't you thought of venturing elsewhere?
A town sprouted up and they need me here.
I suppose, just forgive me for saying, but it seems almost like a waste to not try to get yourself a little bit more out there. You know what you're doing, which is a lot more than most wasteland doctors can say.
And have you seen how people treat my people?
Corvus kind of looks down at the floor for a second. It's like, I know, but I would hope that they would value their lives enough to respect delicate hands. Have you ever considered maybe conducting research over in New Babel?
I'm afraid that won't be happening. Thanks for the offer, though.
If you don't mind, though, once we do complete this request of yours. Anything you could share, I would gladly take with me. At the very least, your knowledge would spread out far and wide, and maybe it could help a lot of people.
Persuasion it up.
No advantage?
Should I give him advantage?
I mean, the guy already
No,
said that
because
if
he
he
asked.
I mean, the guy already said he would share the knowledge under circumstances. You don't really have further advantage.
I know, but I'm more so just asking for permission to share it with more. I'm asking essentially for.
But this is the same argument you used when he said he'd share it, is the thing. So you
That's
don't really
true.
have advantage for trying to plead your case the second time.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
You can do with it what you want.
Corvus nods lightly. I appreciate that. Thank you. In the meantime, if you could explain what you have here, I mean, then he's just going to trail off into a side conversation. It doesn't have to be anything significant. So let's just have it go back to the rest of the group.
Alright. Talawa and Devil, what are you two doing as you've finished shopping? And Devil's been swinging on those training dummies, but he's just not really feeling it.
I mean, I felt it with my other sword. It was connected and was decent. It was at least an 18.
It was, but you know deep down in your heart that it wasn't really in that swing.
No, it wasn't. I suppose the thing to do would be go back and see if there's a regular sword that isn't,
But you really feel satisfied with the purchase you made.
Oh, no, I do. It's just... no, okay, yeah. Then I'll probably go back and see if there's a second shotgun. Because dual-wielding oversized shotguns is gonna be hilarious.
Devil starts looking for a special shotgun. This is how Devil ends up with all cursed items tonight. Alright, Devil.
It's a shotgun of Kurt Cobain.
This is the shotgun that can only kill Corvus. Wait, what?
You suck.
I don't know why, he just keeps pointing at Corvus.
I don't know why. Yeah, I shoot at that thing, but it keeps hitting Corvus. He keeps going down. I'm not even aiming at him. It's over in the other direction.
Magic bullets hate me.
I love this guy. I mean, I hate this guy.
You suck.
Anyways, Devil, so you go to the same shop Laura was at where the crossbows were.
Yeah. G'day.
And you can roll a perception if you're looking for anything fancy.
Yeah, why not? What's the worst that could happen?
Well, that's almost right. Alright. So, as you're looking around, you manage to find some experimental bullets and a pretty nice shotgun. What's that one that you can fire real nice now with one hand and it's real smooth? Anyone know?
A one-handed shotgun?
there's this shotgun. It's real smooth, real accurate, and you can fire it with one hand. I've seen it advertised.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm a two-handed brute. I can.
Oh, I realize you can do it. It's not
Are you
really about that.
Are you talking about like a spas or sawed off?
It's not a sawed-off. We'll worry about it later. Either way, Devil, you find a really well-balanced shotgun, really nicely made.
Ah, what's the cost of that?
It is a wealth level 3 shotgun.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get that. It's putting me at the maximum of my expenditure before I take a wealth level hit, though. So.
All right. So, Devil, that shotgun, as long as you are dual wielding, gives you another advantage 1. Because it's so well balanced and so light that you probably don't even need 2 weapon brute to dual wield it.
But I love it anyway.
All right. So, Devil's got his shotgun.
And my sword.
Yep, and your sword.
Even though it's cursed, it actually could be pretty good.
Talawa, you notice a rusty sword on his back.
Why do you have that? Why don't you replace that old sword?
Did you hear her, Devil?
Yeah, it's better than it looks. It's maybe. I mean, I tried swinging it around a bit, but I just wasn't feeling up to swinging around my sword. But it's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you said you didn't really enjoy swinging it around. It looks, like to be honest, kind of a rusty piece of shit.
Yeah, but just something special about it. It's lovely. It's precious.
No.
Alright then, I guess as long as it makes you happy, whatever floats your boat.
I don't think it will float a boat. The sword would just go through the boat, I'm pretty sure. Just cause all sorts of holes and sinkage.
Yeah, that does sound to be a problem with sharp objects.
So, Corvus, are you gonna, try to find us or anything?
Yeah, I was gonna go be emo in a corner.
I'm with Cappy and the doctor.
It's been a couple hours since then. Cappy's free to go, but since he went to get pizza, he's clearly not leaving.
Alright, well, after... Okay, so...
Food poisoning.
Alright, well, after his vitals is checked out, I guess I leave out and head towards the tavern. Seems like everyone went over there for a drink.
Alright.
Walk to the door. What do I see?
Well, some drunks. Mutant drunks. But it's a decently well put together tavern. Unlike the other rickety buildings you've seen around here, this one looks far more stable, and the furniture is is decently nice.
I walk up to the bar and take a seat. And I start waving down the bartender.
All right. The bartender comes moving over to you. He has several heads growing out of his neck. They all seem to have their own eyes that are looking around the tavern, and mouths and whatnot.
Corvus definitely doesn't know where to look. Good thing he's wearing a hat. Or a helmet, sorry. He,
Could you focus on one eye? One eye. One eye.
Oh, God. Hail, friend. I do believe my companions came in here. But I can't seem to find them.
Your companions, those normies.
Again, I feel stereotyped into
Yeah.
something I'm not.
It's like, Corvus just like, yeah.
Two of them are down in the shop. Other one said it was too bright and needed to sleep.
That's a fairly obvious one. No one's complaining about the sun. It's not even that bright out. Anyway, I guess, could you show me the way to the shop?
He opens up the hatch for you.
Thank you, sirs? 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 And he's like,
Call me Sean.
okay, Sean. Alright, thanks, Sean. And he starts going down the stairs and he turns around really quick. If you have anything to eat, could you prepare something for my companions?
I can make fried swamp slug.
I'm struggling to say it, but sure.
All right.
And this is when I'm glad I can make it so that I don't need to eat.
So, as you say that, the middle head perks up. I love making fried swamp slug.
You do you, Sean. Of course.
I'm not Sean. I'm Porter.
He didn't see that coming.
Corvus is just like, he looks down at the ground again, puts his hand on the side of his helmet, and just starts shaking his head as like, and just starts walking down the stairs.
Alright. So, you come down in the middle of the rust sword conversation.
Ah, hey. I see you found quite the interesting shop.
Yeah, this sword is amazing. Do you want to give it a swing?
I'm not one for big swords.
Oh, that's fine. It'll work for anybody.
You just gotta get used to the size. Then it becomes quite enjoyable.
It's like pulling one off, except you just keep swinging.
Fucking these analogies are just going way over Corvus's head. So he just kind of gives you. It's like you can't see his face, but you can almost like feel the blank expression. So he just walks a little bit closer. So yes. That aside, do they have anything of interest down here that might be something that might pique?
I'll offer him the sword.
I kindly push away the sword. It's just like, okay, I understand you like your sword. I'm very happy for you.
It's mine. My own. My precious.
Remind me. Yeah, go ahead.
As you're pushing the sword back towards him, flakes of rust fall into your hand.
What the hell? Are you sure this thing's serviceable? He starts waving his hand to get the rust off.
I tried pointing it out to him. He is very happy with his sword.
I I mean, that whole, like, I understand his whole stint, but that seemed a little out of character for him. Are you sure he's fine?
Hey, look on the bright side. If I hit him with it, they get tetanus.
I can't
Fair
argue.
point.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Corvus just shaking
I
his head.
say let people live their best life. Let them find their happy.
Huh. Sure. Anyway, did you notice if they had any munitions down here that might be useful for these? And
They-
Corvus
they-
pulls out
they
his
had some-
firearms.
They had some special bullets down here. I don't know if they're for those, but
Yeah, there was a good variety of things. I was able to find some stuff I haven't seen in quite a while, and I can finally afford.
and check out this shotgun. He'll just start twirling the shotgun around in his hand, like it's a pistol.
Corvus, as he starts twirling that shotgun around, you can make a learning.
Okay.
Very well made shotgun. Not much else you can really tell but just by looking at it.
Hmm. Looks a lot more serviceable than your giant steel paddle there.
Oh, you want a paddle, do you?
He's real picky.
Why does everyone want to make me suffer?
You're
Anyway,
adorable when you blush.
I don't think you've. I think you've maybe seen my face twice.
But we know that you're blushing by your reaction, so it's still just enjoyable for us.
Don't you know your suit has a blush function?
Corvus is like looking at his
Roll a
suit.
deception, Zach.
I kind of want to bolster this, but oh well. Totally not. Totally not. Whatever.
I do
I
not
gotta.
believe you.
You bullshit. I just kind of look at my suit. It's just like, yeah, I know I'm having some technical difficulties, but it's not that bad.
I might have gotten an advantage out of that one then. Oh, no.
I did turn into a disco ball once, so it's not untoward to assume. Corvus turns over to Law. So these munitions that you were mentioning.
Yeah, they exist.
Oh, okay, well, can you
You
show
should
me the way?
Probably check out the munitions shop.
It's like right over there. And she'll walk over.
And now you know the way.
I know Dewey. Alright. Okay, so Corvus walks
You
up
have-
to the
You
Go
have
ahead.
to ask yourself, is it the Wemo way?
Dewey. Oh god. Corvus walks up to the counter of the shop. And he materializes his revolver, and then he also materializes the sniper rifle that he carries with him too, and he puts them on the table. Do you have anything that would fire what is it? .310 shotgun shell rounds, and I forget what caliber this is. I think this is 7.62.
He looks over at you. I have what I have.
Yes, that is true. But I'm not going to buy rounds for the wrong gun.
I just sell this shit.
Okay, then can you at least show me your
He
bullet?
has several horns sprouting out of his head and eyes like a spider.
It's an intriguing mutation. Anyway, before I get distracted, can I at least see your bullet bin then? I'll just sift through it and I'll grab whatever fits.
He points you over to where those things are.
Alright, so I take a look at the bullet bin. What do I find?
Perception it.
Oh boy, my favorite. Got 13.
You manage to find bullets for what you're looking for. Nothing special or unique or anything like that, but you find bullets you need.
How many of each?
I will say about 30 shots worth for both of those guns.
Sweet. Grab that shit up. I walk up to this. I walk back to the clerk, and I put down the munitions. How much for all of this?
He looks over them. $50,000 coin. Wealth level 2.
All right, 50,000. I toss on that. Also, do you have any spare like copper or scrap metal or anything that would be essentially just whatever is garbage that's laying around?
Roll a persuasion.
3. Lovely.
None of my stuff is garbage.
I stuff that you wouldn't be able to readily sell. That's all I meant, sir.
Apologize first, then I'll tell you.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to insult your wares.
5 men, Normie. Go over there.
He points to a area that's full of like tin cans and stuff like that.
Alright. Gonna put as much into like a fucking sack as I can.
Okay then. So you guys notice him stuffing cans and crap into a sack.
Are we sure he's not a homeless?
Not a homeless.
All right.
I'm back.
So took you long enough.
At least he
Sorry.
got back before the end of game this time.
And then game's
Yeah.
over, and too late.
I was hoping to get back before a game because I was something I wanted to do once my character was well enough to get out of the hospital.
Unfortunately, you died. The operation didn't go well.
Well,
You
the
lost-
operation, he stuck me with the needle, and that was it.
Yeah, that was to prepare you for the operation.
Yeah, you lost your boys, man.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry, I'll regrow you some new ones. So anyway, I trash panda it up, and I walk back towards the counter.
All right.
That'll be 500 coin.
Wealth level 1.
All right, I pay him. All right, thanks, sir. I jingle my way back to the tavern, walking past Talala and Zach, and I was like, "All right, I think I've gotten everything I needed for now."
Okay, I got a rusty sword, and you start complaining. Do I get a complaint about his homeless bag?
I mean, I consider anything about him fair game. Go for it.
Okay, your homeless bag is gonna shoot you.
What? Homeless bag? What are you talking about?
You have a bag full of recyclables and such.
Yes, but give me a moment with this.
He has to load it.
All right, here, watch. Okay, I gesture for them to come up to the tavern.
Well, what did you ask, Kyle?
I said, I sighed, and then I said, "Here, watch," and I gesture for them to come up to the tavern with me.
Okay, does anyone go with him?
Sure, why not?
I'm not even there, right?
Yeah, I'm bored. I'll go.
Cappy, you're just leaving the hospital now. Do you go outside to do this, Corvus?
Excellent.
No, because if I go outside, I'm probably going to get some like swamp shit into it, so I'm going to put it on the table.
Well, Cappy, do you decide to come to the tavern?
Eventually, there's something I want to do first.
All right, then I will let Corvus finish, and we will do your thing.
Yeah. Okay. So Corvus like pushes open the hatch and starts walking up, and he goes to one of the nearest open tables, and he like basically just throws all this trash on top of the table.
So Corvus is throwing his trash on top of the table, guys.
Yeah.
Well, you're a lovely guest, aren't you?
Oh,
I
just
know
to hold.
this is all part of his homeless routine. See, he's putting it on the table, and he's going to just sift around in it for a bit, and then he's gonna look up like, what?
No. Okay, so a lot of this is a bunch of yes, like you said, it's a bunch of discarded refuse. However, there's various tins, coppers, some spare iron, some various other scrap containing trace amounts of tungsten, alloys, and such not. Right. So, in order to make this a little bit more easy to carry, I'm going to make it composite alloy using these materials. So, he puts his hand over the material and like he removes one of the gloves that's covering his hand, and you just see what looks like his actual hand start to like crumble, revealing the kind of like it looks like a steel skeletal hand with like some like various lights and moving parts that are a part of it, and it covers the scrap, and you can start seeing that the scrap's starting to be recomposed and starts moving closer together. So he's going to use his transmutation right now.
Roll it.
Yeah, I'm doing this as a heightened invocation.
So, how long are you taking to cast it then? Because transmutation already takes a minute. Right?
A minute, so it's 10 minutes.
Alright, so he's going to be at this for 10 minutes. Got it.
See, I told you. Puts it on the table, and he sifts around in it.
Yeah.
He sighs. This is going on.
I mean, it is kind of what you're doing.
Just a little bit. But you succeeded at what you're doing as well, from what it looks like.
Yeah. So you see this giant clump of different trash and metal and whatnot, like slowly compose itself into like a perfectly like round sphere, which is kind of like varying hues. Like there are bits of like copper color and like a cold steel with like almost a kind of a blue hue here and there. All right. He puts his hand back under the table, and his left hand reconstitutes around the skeletal form, and he picks up the ball, and he puts it in front of him, showing it to Tall and Zach, and it's like, this is what I wanted.
So you made your homeless cans more portable.
Oh, is there a bigger bag full of these little guys? So you're, like a slightly fancier homeless.
Yeah, just
He sighs like he just like the sigh reverberates in your very soul. You can just taste the apathy.
Salt sprinkles off of it.
Okay, this is going to form. This will be a base component on something that I will be working on in my spare time. I'm guessing that we're going to be at our tavern for extended duration, and I had a few plans, and this place
we're
just happened
planning to stay put for a long time? Hell no.
long enough for me. Anyways, I need a couple hours, maybe a day or two, and I could produce something of notable quality.
Alright, well, I guess the materials are cheap enough. I mean, can't really complain about that hobby. It does look a little funny, though.
I'm not saying that it doesn't, but it will form the base of a weapon that I'm working on.
Is it called the junk jet?
Once again, Corvus sighs.
Cannon!
The homeless cannon? No. It is not the homeless cannon. It is not the junk jet.
I almost wish I was there, but I really want to do what I've got in mind.
You'll see. Okay, you'll see. Corvus just kind of takes up the ball and puts it in his pack and just stomps off. It's freaking Neanderthals.
He's so touchy. And not in the fun way.
Damn.
Alright. So, Cappy, do your thing, because it's almost time to end stream.
After I get out of the hospital, I'm going to look for a couple of pretty good-sized sticks. Not so big that I can't carry, but big enough that I can tie them together and make a decent-sized cross out of them.
Alright, roll me a... Well, first a perception to find the sticks.
All right. 11.
Well, you go looking for the sticks, Cappy. Can't find them anywhere. And then, thump, you trip again today, cracking your head off of a root of a tree. You take 3 damage, but you tripped over some very large sticks.
Oh, that'll work. At least I found them.
My pain is for Jesus.
Alright, Cappy, now I believe in order to build this, it's gotta be either a learning or a logic.
I'll do a learning check.
Sure, we'll go with learning.
Fucking A!
Not that it helped.
I'm gonna need some help making this, apparently.
He puts some twine together over the sticks, and it just like keeps getting lopsided.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it stays across for like a minute or two, and then floomp, goes over again.
I'm gonna try again. I guess
think
I can disadvantage or something.
I think
don't
he
You can't just
succeeded.
try again.
I think he succeeded in tying himself to the stick.
No.
Okay, since I know I can't try again, I'll go to the tavern and ask one of the others to come out and help me for a minute.
So Cappy goes into the tavern. You all are watching as Corvus finishes making his thing. So Cappy comes in at the bunt of your him being a fancy homeless joke.
Hey, if it can be repurposed and used, then yes. I'm a cheap bastard.
Talawa or Zach? Whoever's better at tying things. Can you step outside a moment? I am trying to fashion a cross. I have 2 fairly good-sized sticks. Or branches, I guess you could call them, being how big they are.
Really?
I know, right?
Really?
I know it's nothing. I know it ain't fancy or anything, but my plan is.
Let's get this straight. You are asking me to help make you a cross.
I say either Talawa or you. Probably Talawa, probably better at it, because your reaction tells me I don't want your assistance with this.
Yeah,
Talawa,
you know what?
could you
Sure.
assist me with
Yeah,
this?
I'll help.
Make it up.
Yeah,
Simon.
I'll help.
Thank you.
Oh man.
When we step outside, I'll explain to her what I'm going to do. My intention is to find a decent spot to place this, kneel down and say a prayer to bless. I want to try and bless the land, both around the area where the cross is and as much of this town as I can, to protect them.
So you're making a cross?
Yes, and I'm also going to bless us on our journey to save those we are going after.
Didn't your god, like, die on one of those? Why do you, like, worship the thing he died on?
Hey, let's build this cross.
That is the reason. We believe the thing he died on to be a holy relic. That is why we use them.
But, I mean, he's a god and he died. Isn't that, like, kind of a sign of weakness for him?
No. He is the son of God.
So there's multiple gods.
No, the guy
There
was
is
just
one God.
promiscuous.
He is the son of God.
So he's not a god.
Well, let me put it this way. After he died on the cross, he rose again and returned to his Father. Because a short time later, his body disappeared. No one knows where his body went. Because I believe, as I would think common sense would dictate, they searched for it, but they were able to find it. So we believe that he rose and went back to his Father's side.
I don't really get it, but I'll help you. Sure. Alright, so show me again, where am I putting this down?
Well, first we have to get it tied, then I'll show you where I want it placed. Can you help me get it tied into a cross?
Make a
These 2
learning.
sticks? Alrighty then.
She takes out some actual rope and ties it up.
This is really what you needed help with? I mean, here, hold on. Let me show you how to do this. And she, goes out and does it and kind of explains it as she does it.
I would appreciate that. Thank you. And I watch as she does it. And when she's done, if she wishes to carry it, I will let her, or I will carry it if she wishes.
No,
And
priest, you can carry the cross.
All right, I will pick it up and carry it. I'm going to take it over to...
How big is this cross that he's making?
Then I should be able to carry it.
Give me 1 second, Devil, and you will know.
like I said, I was looking for sticks that weren't going to be too big for me to carry, but decently sized.
I mean, are we talking actual proportions here, or?
Yeah, like, are you trying to make like a full-size cross and carry it right now, all Jesus style?
Yeah.
No. Just not real big, but decently sized enough that I can kind of put in the ground on the spot. Doesn't have to be massively sized, just big enough to be seen.
So it could be about 3 inches tall. Okay.
No, it'd be fairly big, but not humongous big, I guess you'd say.
Let's say maybe like 3-4 feet.
Yeah. And the area I'm going to go to is about there to put it down. Whoa, what happened to your character?
I tried to move it and I stretched it.
Wow, that's weird. Hopefully you can fix that, because that looks kind of weird. There we go. Actually, I think something on right there. I go there. Get down the right spot here. Roughly around there, at the square in front of me is where I'd put it down. And I know he's working on the image and stuff. And after I put it down and kind of secure it into the ground, if I need to do a roll, I will.
Nope, this will not require a roll.
Okay, after I secure it in the ground, I take out my handheld cross, I kneel down, I close my eyes, put my head forward, and start to say a prayer. Heavenly Father, bless this ground I am upon. Bless this ground I am upon as well as this town. To let the people here, their children, and their children's children have a place. Yeah, I had my head second. Have a place that they can be blessed by your love, and also give myself and my allies the strength to face the evil that have taken their loved ones, so that we can return them to them. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
All right.
Now, I remember how I wanted to end it. I forgot to add something. In your name we pray. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
I also put a couple suggestions for you in the Discord chat if you want to add anything.
Yeah. I would definitely do that. I definitely probably splash as I was praying. And the incense, I would definitely pull it out. I do got some incense on me too.
Yeah, fully explain it because they can't see the chat, so let them know what you're doing.
While I'm praying, I will take out some holy. I'll have the cross in my one hand, and the other hand, as I'm praying, I'll take out some holy water, splash it on the cross, and after I finish my prayer, I'll take out a couple of sticks of incense, put one on each side of the cross, and I will
don't do sticks of incense. There's like a special little burner thing that they use. It's almost like a powder or something that they put in there.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That it looks almost like a lantern kind of thing that they kind of shake as they move around. Yep, I've seen it. All right, yeah, I will. I probably got one on me. I'm a priest. I will take one out. I will light the thing inside of the incense. I will take a couple of steps back for safety's sake. Yep, exactly what I was thinking of. Because we had that at my church. My grandmother went to that. I went there a few times, and I will do the motion with it to make the incense kind of spread out, And I won't just go straight ahead. I'll go off to the side a little bit and go in a circle to kind of, for this one area, kind of bless it, make it kind of a holy area in case people want to use like a crude church, since I can't really build an actual church at the moment. Just kind of set up something. And then if they will allow it, and hopefully I'm going to pay sitting here to do this, I will walk around the outer side of the town and I will bless it as I walk.
Nobody stops you.
Good.
I want to follow him around. Like, I'm not being disruptive or anything. I'm just kind of like watching what he's doing.
Zach, you
Corvus
feel...
is- Huh?
I was just saying, Zach, you feel a little uncomfortable as you're chilling in the tavern.
Okay, Zach's gonna go over to that cross and go and graffiti on it. Jesus was here.
Oh, what the fuck?
Well, you're still feeling uncomfortable, Zach, but if you're going to do it, do it.
Okay, I will. Just
I'm wondering what he's gonna write on it with, because I don't think he has a writing material on it.
I have a rusty sword.
Yeah, he's using a rusty sword.
He's gonna just break the damn thing.
But Devil, then here comes the next question. Highs or lows?
Oh God. Let's go
How
highs.
enraged I should be at when I get back there and see this.
You said highs, right?
Yep.
Alright, you have advantage 5 in writing this into this cross.
Oh shit! Must be a particular thing with that weapon.
Cap is gonna walk back.
That's what I wanted to say.
Cap is gonna walk back and take this as a sign. Oh fuck.
Nah, he'll probably have some idea who did.
You not only do you write it, but somehow you write it in ancient ancient Hebrew.
Being it's an ancient Hebrew, I don't think that's actually gonna cause any problems. I mean, I won't know what it said, but it won't hurt the blessing any.
There'd be a decent chance you might be able to read it. Or at least, maybe not like exactly read it, but enough that you get the gist of what it was saying.
Yeah. At the moment, though, I'm kind of going around kind of blessing the town.
Alright, Cappy, you finish your blessing of the town.
Alright, I get back to the cross. I kind of cock my head to the left, to the side a little bit, and go, "What the?" I'm gonna look forward to see if I can read what was said, what was written. I'm sorry.
You can make out a little bit of it. It is you recognize it as the Hebrew language, though a much older dialect than you've ever seen. You're able to make out Jesus and here.
Huh. It seems my blessing had some kind of an effect. This is good news. Okay, Sidney knew what you wrote down was in Hebrew. He knows at the very least nothing bad that's gonna happen. It didn't affect his blessing.
Cappy, for all you know, it could say Jesus shat here.
If he said that, he would know something was up for real. he's got enough common sense for that.
But alright then. I am going to end the stream now, guys. Good playing.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure to get that in, because as I was going up to get my pizza, I happened, because I was thinking about doing that before I left, and I was trying to take up a good prayer on the way back and forth, and that came to mind.
And then you guys got to hear the pizza story before it ended.
Totes.
Thank you, anyone who watched.
We love you.
Yes, thank you for watching.
And remember,
Yeah.
Jesus may have been here.
ones.
Scream out.